clock is very slow these days. Suddenly it seems like as if, will it ever be daybreak, or when will the sun set and all of that? But the reality is nothing has changed as far as time is concerned.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
Our
sir.
relationship with time that has changed.
Hmm.
We have more time supposedly at our disposal. And some people don't know what to do with it, how to feel it productively. Because there's a different dynamics when you're working in the office constantly.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We have become, this season has forced us to become reasonable about our contact with time.
Yeah.
We are discovering, maybe for the first time, what the word quality time, what it actually means.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're learning that our family members are not just some aliens that just cross our paths in the morning when we're rushing out of the house, and in the evening when we're too tired to pay attention.
Sure.
For the first time, a lot of family units are coming back to introduce themselves. Hello, my name is Tunde. I live in this house, and this is who I am, and all of that. We are beginning to not use time, but to value time.
Yeah.
And it's important for students to recognize that, because this is a unique opportunity for us to put things in order, to realign, like I said, our relationship with time. Secondly, the lesson from this time that I think all of us can take is that we must wake up and realize that what this season has done is revealed to us that the limitations in our own lives are set by ourselves.
Can you repeat that again? Can you say that again?
The limitations in our lives.
Yeah.
The limitations in my life, the limitations in your life and in everybody's life, up till the last 2 months ago, were set by ourselves.
Yeah.
It's easy to point to, because I can't do this, because I don't have that, I'm still trying to get to that, and all of that. But at the end of the day, our lives are our responsibility.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Most of the things we say we can't do, we won't do, we're not able to do, are things that we have self-imposed on ourselves. Limitations put on ourselves. Because ultimately the question is, who is responsible for happiness?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nobody. It is up to you to choose, to decide, to work towards being happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you noticed, I was reading about 2 or 3 days ago, in the last 3 months since this lockdown season started,
yes, sir.
Zoom as a company, they've added about $40 billion to their revenue in 3 months.
Yeah.
And everybody's locked down. Online businesses are being launched every day. People are books that people will say, I need to write a book. I want to write a book. I must write a book. I should write a book. I could write a book. Suddenly, books are flooding the market.
Yeah.
Because people suddenly realize it's not as undoable as I have said it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of people are going in and learning to meditate, to connect with their maker, and are connecting with people. I need to call him. I must call Rachel. Maybe I need to speak with Peter. Okay, I'll do it next week. Okay, when I get to the office, I'll do it. Or maybe on my way home, I'll do it. Suddenly, that limit is off.
Yeah, it's off.
People are now reaching out to one another. Many people who waited decades to start something, they are now discovering that whatever the excuse they've made up to now was, it's not feasible anymore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Those wrong. Why most of this stagnant energy and resources and money is flowing into the pocket of Netflix and Zoom, much of it is also being translated and transmitted into unanticipated activities in your life and my life.
Mm.
So the second lesson I believe we must learn from this is we are only the ones who limit ourselves.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thirdly, you must strike when the iron is hot. You must strike when the iron is hot. This season has revealed that your career and my career are very fragile.
Hmm.
Our paycheck and salaries that we thought, oh, that was
Yeah.
you planning 2 years ahead, and what will you do with the next? Suddenly, there is no guarantee of you being paid at all.
Yeah.
The best thing that is happening to people now is to take their lives in their own hands and become the CEO of their own life, to become the captain of their own ship, to run their own life without putting it in the hands of somebody else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We need to shift our focus. We need to think outside of the norm because we're in an abnormal season. We need to see beyond the way it used to be and forge new pathway that will lead us to where we're not dependent on others.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fourthly, the lesson we need to learn from this is the fact that I don't care who is in power, who is in government, who is ruling. Power belongs to the people.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
The only reason we think these politicians and government and these they are the ones with power is because we've never put a demand on them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To use the power for us, not to use it against us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are stronger together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Suddenly, they're finding money. The same government that will not pay for research. The same that will not even think before they allocate the money to themselves. And they bothered whether your road is good or not. Suddenly, last month, the United States of America passed a bill of $2.2 trillion. Last week, another $500 billion. But 3 months ago, 4 months ago, they didn't have money.
Yeah. Interesting.
Question is, where did this money come from? The same government that's telling us, oh, you know, this issue with climate change is going to take a lot of time. There is so much to be done. You can't do anything so quickly. There has to be this. Where has all that delay gone? Suddenly. Do you know why? Because we, the people, we put a pressure on them. We put a demand on them. We ask them, you are there to serve us. Now, serve. And finally, the lesson from this is that the world is one village.
Yeah. Globalization.
The world is one village. Even smaller than my own village.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you know, they say something. They say the health of an individual is the health of the community.
Yes, sir.
It was one village in far away China, Wuhan, that this pandemic, this virus started from, according to what we've been told. There is no nation on earth today that has not been affected, that has not been infected, that is not dealing with something to do with coronavirus. Nobody left Wuhan to come to my village.
Yes, sir.
Nobody left Wuhan to your city.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nobody left Wuhan to go to your hospital. But look at we all are now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When we realize it, we are interconnected.
Yeah.
And we must address our minds to the fact that you may look different, You may speak differently. You may come from another village. You may not even look like one of
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yes, sir.
But ultimately, we are one big family.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
need to
sir.
treat ourselves like that.
Yes,
So those
sir.
are some of the lessons I think we can learn from what is going on in the world today. Oh, one more. Position. The size of your office does not make you a leader.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leadership is function. Some of the countries in the world that have had a good grip on this coronavirus, for instance, are countries that you don't even know the name of their leaders.
Yeah.
But the countries that are well known, that are big and this and that, they are the ones their government is scratching their heads. They change it tomorrow. Oh, let's lock down everybody. Then they say, no, let's open up for the economy. But if you open up, the people will die. Maybe, no, don't let's kill people. And they are just rambling, not knowing what to do. So the lesson is, leadership is not by title, it's by function.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. But one of the things that baffle me is that why is it so difficult for them to be able to organize? If you call yourself a president or call yourself a governor or a leader of a nation, why do they find it very difficult to compartmentalize, at least break down your society, your economy into smaller parts and find a way to deal with the issues from that angle? Just break it down, find out what is the main issue that we are dealing with. Why is it so difficult for them? I'm yet to understand why it's so even difficult to solve. Just yes, coronavirus is, people are scared of it. Why is it so difficult for them to solve? What's so difficult in it? What's so difficult?
It is not that it is difficult. You see, like I said, leadership is function. The reason we are seeing this is that some elements, some characteristics will not come forth until a demand is put on them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, a bag of tea is just a bag with some dry leaves in it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But the moment you put pressure on hot water on it, it will start to yield the contents of what it is made of. And the same thing with what we're seeing. The reason it seems so difficult for them to know what to do or to do what they know is because up till now, they have flown by title.
Yeah.
By popularity, by everything else.
Yeah.
Except the capacity to actually lead, the capacity to manage, the capacity to organize, the capacity to envision. For instance, look at the situation with the US and here the UK. When President Obama, before he left office, he already had a blueprint of what to do in case of pandemic like this. They have step by step. They even set up a whole department just to be prepared for that.
Okay.
But once President Trump came in, he dismantled that department. He threw out that step-by-step rule. Oh, who's talking about?
Very troublesome.
We are the United States of America.
I pray they learn. One of the things I pray during this time, I pray people learn what they need to learn. I hope they learn, because sometimes humans, we are stubborn. All right, they see it as, oh, it will come and go. They can use this phrase as, this too shall pass. They forget to understand that challenges has been fixed into humanity. You will always have things that will disrupt you from time to time. And if you are not prepared, there's nothing you can do. You will be swept off. Thank you so much. And my third question, can you shed more light on the seasons of life? The first time I heard about life in season was from Jim Rohn. All right. So can you shed more light? What does seasons of life mean? How can people understand that life is in seasons?
Well, let's look at it from a natural point of view.
Okay.
You have winter, you have summer, you have spring, and the life in itself is broken down into segments.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Your life and my life as human beings, as people, as a person, is also in season. There's a day you were born, then you start to crawl, then you start to walk, then you go to school. All those are seasons. But basically, when you look at season regarding life outside of the identity of either a person or a government or that, I think there are about 6 identified seasons in life.
Okay.
And these seasons, they pertain to anything and everything.
Yes, sir.
Irrespective of whether it's human beings, whether it's country, whether it's government, whether it's company, whether it's society, it affects us. It might look different, but ultimately, the seasons of life are distilled into these 6 categories. The first one is the infancy stage.
Okay.
The infancy stage is the beginning. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I'm conscious of time. I'm just going to wrap it up in little chunks. The first stage is the infancy stage. The challenge, the task of anything at the infancy stage is to establish trust. And the vehicle, the strength that is needed to establish trust is hope. Because at infancy, you are dependent on the trust of anything and everything around you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And all you can do is hope that they will uphold the trust that you've invested in them. So that's the infancy stage. The next stage is the early childhood stage or early stage. This is when you now, let's use a human being for as just to explain the point. So the infancy stage is when a child is born and all of that. It could be a company that's just started. It could be a business. It could be a life that is a marriage that is just starting. It could be a career or a university that's just starting. Anything. But let's use a child just so that we can narrow it into something. The next stage for that child is the early childhood. And at that time, all the child is trying to establish the focus, the need for that child is to establish some level of autonomy. And that is why as toddlers, they will always ask you why. Dylan, I need you to do this, say why. Because all they're not questioning what you're doing. But that is the stage where they are. They're trying to establish autonomy. And the vehicle that drives them at that point is the development of their will. Yes, the ability to develop their own personal will and set goals for themselves.
Yes, sir.
That's all they're trying to do. But they don't understand that. What do you mean why? I tell you to do this. Especially African parents. God help us. The next stage is the play age. That is where all they think about is they just want to play. And the focus that time is to initiate and set a purpose. That is the time when you will see a child will take things apart. Because they're trying to, they think they are playing, but their human instinct is trying to initiate, to find out, to explore, to reason, to see, okay, what is there? And what is driving them is, why is this thing like this?
Okay.
That acquisition is the driving force. The next stage is the school age.
Okay.
At the school age, the challenge is, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
The challenge is, how industrious are you going to be?
Sure.
Or are you? What have you got to bring to this, to bear on this situation? And the way to do it, what the vehicle of that is the development of competence. When you go to school, all you're trying to do is to develop the fact that you are competent, the fact that you can learn, the fact that you can read, that is what you are striving after.
Yes, sir.
The next stage, the fifth stage rather, is the adolescent stage. The challenge facing every adolescent is establishing their identity.
Yes, sir.
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And that is why, that is the time a lot of people dabble into different things. Not because they are confused, not because they don't. At that time, they're trying to, they're existing outside of their environment. They're existing on the inside. Who am I? The challenge for them at that point is identity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then the next stage is the young adult stage, where the concern is intimacy. Intimacy. And the vehicle to establish that is the ability to love. A time comes in the life of a person where you think, you know what, I need to start dating. When something just come up on you, like suddenly you can see what has been in front of you in terms of establishing an intimacy with something else or with somebody else. And it is the cry out for, do I have the ability to love and be loved? That is what drives it. And it's the same thing, whether it's in business, whether it's in education, whether it's in anything. Then you get to the maturity stage. And at maturity stage, it is work. Because at maturity stage, all you're asking, or the driving force is, I have responsibility of care for something, for someone, for some people. And so that sense of responsibility drives you to continue to work and work and work.
Yes, sir.
And the final stage in every life, in everything, is the old age. When it is all said and done. And the only thing that people have contention for at that time, it's not about the money in the bank. It's not about the job. It's not about the spouse or the children. All they are concerned about is their integrity. Everything I have done till now, all it takes is one wrong move and it's all gone. So they will go to any length to protect that integrity. And that is when they come out with wisdom. When they talk, you are forced to say, wow. Because to them, everything that comes out of their mouth is either validating or corrupting their integrity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
Those are, in a nutshell, the different stages of life.
Okay. Very, very concise. I took my notes. So very, very detailed. Thank you so much. And my next question is, I know we've already spoken about this along the line, is what is your definition of personal development? That's one, that's part A. And the part B is, do you think personal development is a prerequisite for global change? Do you think it's a prerequisite for global change?
Well, personal development is it's a requisite for anything. And everything. It is a requirement. But let's look at what is personal development.
Okay.
Personal development is a lifelong process for people to assess their life, to assess their skills, to assess their qualities in light of everything around them. And then the necessary in order to realize and maximize their potentials.
Yes, sir.
When I was in teachers college, we were told over and over again, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. But you can't talk of personal development outside of personal development plan. At every point in your life and in anybody's life, the outcome of that season of your life is a product of your PDP, your personal development plan.
Okay.
And a personal development plan is a written account of your self-reflection.
Yes, sir.
Towards self-improvement, which will serve as a roadmap.
Okay.
Going. I did I have a group of people mostly from Nigeria.
Okay.
One of the things I set up is an institute called Pride Institute.
Okay.
And one of the sessions I did with them is personal development.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The people on the platform now, if they are interested, I'm happy to send you the audio recording from that. You can share it with them. It's a 1 hour.
Okay.
The details of personal development plan, what it is, how to do it, what it meant, and all of that.
Okay.
But a personal development plan will help you to know where you are heading, where you are for time, and how to get to where you're going.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Specific. First, it will bring clarity to your thinking. When you have a personal development plan, it will bring clarity to your thinking.
Okay. Okay.
Things are not fuzzy, they're clear. It will give you peace of mind because you know what you're doing, you know you are going in the right direction, you know you are pursuing what you want to do. And thirdly, your effort will be deliberate.
Yeah.
Because you're not fishing and just trying this and that. Effort is focused, is directed, is deliberate, and you can attain what you want to do. So I will send that to you.
All right, sir.
With people because they're conscious of time.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think our last question and like the final words for our students and for our listeners and viewers is, how can students develop themselves to become personalities? The reason why I asked that question is, I think when Dr. Sunday Adelaja was teaching about biomasses and personalities, the personalities I'm talking about is not
Celebrity.
famous. Yeah, everybody wants to be famous. But for them to become humans, humans, what can they practically do? It could just be in 3 steps. Some people, when they wake up in the morning, they don't know what to do. They just feel, oh, let me just wake up. Let me just go and do my assignment. No. What can they do to live a much more meaningful life?
Well, this is the way I will put the answer to that, if you permit me.
Yes, sir.
The world we live in is hostile.
Yeah, very hostile.
But the world is not wicked.
Yeah.
You've heard the saying, if wishes are horses, everybody will ride it. But guess what? There are horses, but they are only reserved for those that will engage in what it takes to ride them.
Yeah.
And so, for me, I've distilled down all of that to the following 4 points. You want to become a personality. You want your life to count. You want your name to be established. You want to make a difference. You want to leave a mark. 4 points. Number 1, have a plan. Have a plan, and that is where this personal development plan thing comes into.
Okay.
It just is zero, like a beam, a laser beam. It zeroes your energy, your effort, your focus.
Okay.
Have a plan. Planning obligates the universe to write. It forces, when you have a plan, the universe is forced to write up on your behalf.
Yeah.
The things you want to do that you think, okay, in 3 years I should have done this. You would look around, and in 2 years, 2 months, you've achieved it. And I thought it would take 3 years. No, because the moment the universe or the cosmos realize you are serious and you are pursuing it, it will start coming towards you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So have a plan is the first thing. The second thing is be decisive. Make a decision. See, the death of many potentials is indecision.
Yeah, yeah.
Decision is the key that opens the door to everything you want and you need and you should have in life. Decision is the key. Now, your planning is the roadmap, is the pathway, is the path that will bring you to the front of the house.
Yes, sir.
But decision is the master key that will open that thing. A year and a half ago, on my Become a Better Man, I did a 3-part series titled Decide to Live Your Dream Life. It's on my YouTube channel if anybody is interested.
Okay.
It is wow, this issue of decision. The first one was decide to live your dream life. The remaining 2 was decision, master key to your dream life, part 1 and part 2. You go on my YouTube channel, you see that. But in that program, we were able to identify about 10 different things that will happen the moment you make a decision on something.
Yes, sir.
So please avail yourself. So that's the first one is plan. The second one is decision. The third one is act. The proof of your ability is your act. The proof that you can do it is when you do it.
Yes, sir.
Just make a personal development plan. Don't just decide that you're going to do it, but actually, like, just do it. Just do it. Because it is the reward, the benefits, the accolades and the profit. It's in the doing. That the Bible said, don't just be a hearer of the word.
So be doer. Get to work.
And finally, have what I call time. T-I-M-E. This time is made up of 4 elements. These 4 elements are the indispensable ingredient for success in everything any of us do.
Yes, sir.
And the T there is for tools.
Okay.
The I is for investment.
Okay.
The M is for management. And the E is for energy. So you need tools, you need investment, you need management, and you need energy to become anything and everything that you want in life.
Yes, sir.
So, 4 things: plan, decide, act on it, and put time into it.
Yes, and put time into it. And the time is tools, involvement, management, investment, management, and energy.
Yeah.
Wow. This is very very inspiring. I think my Instagram is saying 20 seconds remaining. I don't know that. Maybe it's long and or something. That's interesting. Thank you so much. Before it goes off, we really appreciate you, and we want to